tes. Oke, karena nggak soalnya. Oke, selamat siang semuanya. Welcome lagi nonton live maupun replay. Kalian live stream GENSHIN Impact ya. Sekarang lanjutin yang akun utama, kan questnya coy. Oke, seperti biasa kita awali dulu dengan daily di akun kedua ya. Buka kesampaian cuy. Nggak tahu sih sebenarnya apa langsung berat sama kipas apa SSD doang nih. Aku masih jadi pikiran nih soalnya. Ini baru banget selesai cuy. Ini banget dilakukan sampai ketiduran gak bohong. Ini sound system.
No more love. You poor last lamb for the everlasting.
Rust and read it.
Time to come clean. That looks like it's worth a pretty sum. Relax. Your secret's safe with me.
Looks like we're in for a tough
Leave
fight.
this place.
I see everything.
Can't hide the truth. No more lie. With one heart, we pray. You.
Scroll down.
Everyone hold hands.
Halo juga Wode. Welcome. Ya, langsung daily aja. Abang main apa? Main GENSHIN cuy. Kalau memungkinkan sih ntar malam apa streaming Need for Speed. Au.
Hold the line. Commit it to memory.
Can't hide the truth.
GENSHIN 4 itu betul. Yang lagi. Ini sound system. Abang udah dapat script nggak? Udah cuy.
Please appreciate my sincerity. Apologies. Everybody stand. Show no mercy. Fulfill our pact. Suffer the
Coba nanti
wrath of the
pakai boleh.
light of the blazing sun. Incinerate.
Abang mau buat apa? Habis itu kagok.
Light it up. Let's light it up.
Au.
Wind Strider.
Get to work. I'm going in. You two.
Aku mau lihat. Oh, boleh.
Pyroclastic surge.
Bentar ya, selesain daily dulu. Belum ada event baru ya? Oke, 2 kali lagi. Bang, itu mainnya di PC ya? Iya. Lokom ya Berso. Aku tuh menjadi soft spoken ya.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Maaf ya,
Fulfill our pact.
agak
Get
aneh
to
aku
work.
bawaannya kalau soft spoken.
Suffer the wrath of the light of the blazing sun.
21 detik. Oke, sekali lagi.
Rise with us. Let's light it up. Adventure. I'm going in. Fulfill our pact. Get to work. You two. Time to end them. Pyroclastic surge.
Bang mau nanya, kalau Genshin di PC tapi prosesnya intercore 5 bisa nggak ya? Generasi keberapa? Core i5 nya? Bisa-bisa aja, tapi kalau misalkan generasinya udah lama banget mungkin udah agak kurang sih performanya. Oke, tinggal ambil daily. Generasi baru bang, bisa sih. Kalau generasi baru, misalkan gen 13, gen 14 bisa sih. Bisa main di HP, betul. Aku juga main di HP nih, kalau misalkan lagi sibuk di luar. Kadang ngejoki juga di HP. Tapi PC punya gua Intel Core 7 bisa kan? Bisa lah.
Add Astra. Thank you for Add Astra.
Tapi tergantung sih core. Sebenarnya apa ya? Sebenarnya core i3 juga. Kalau misalkan generasi terbaru itu juga masih bisa ngangkat kok. Tapi kalau misalkan generasi lama agak udah kurang gitu aja. Bang, lu pernah coba Fortnite nggak? Enggak cuy. Belum ada niatan. Oke, daily udah. Oke, tanya mau nyoba, mau lihat script ya. Bentar ya. Coba ganti akun dulu cuy. Gua pernah, tapi PC gua cepat panas. Itu main Fortnite kah cepat panasnya? Damn. Krek ya. Ini pakai keyboard. Krek ya, skrak. Langsung aja deh. Paling jet lali aku ganti dulu. Bang, punyamu nih Nvidia GTX berapa bang? Aku tuh 1660. Bentar, 1650 apa 1660? 1660.
Life will never die. Like the North wind. Final warning.
Annihilate.
I stand against the long night and purge the darkness.
Walah ya bagus punyamu. Punya gua 760-an. Pantesan aja panas. Tapi sebenarnya apa ya? Aku main GTA RP ya, masih nggak kuat loh. PG aku nggak ngangkat. Masih banyak harus yang di upgrade ini PC ku tuh. Masa? Iya serius, aku main GTA RP sempat nge-streaming sama main GTA RP nggak kuat gila. Kalau GTA biasanya mah kuat, tapi kalau misalkan GTA RP nggak kuat. Gua GTA RP aja rata kanan. Coba di kota Ime, di Ime tuh bro rata kanan itu, gerak dikit aja langsung diem nggak bohong. Udah resolusi udah paling rendah kalau nggak salah berapa ya dia aku tuh, kelasnya 900-an deh. Iya pokoknya di daerah sini lah, 900 kali berapa gitu. Itu nggak bener-bener, itu udah paling bawahnya, nggak kuat PC ku, nggak kuat gila. Apalagi kalau udah ramai banyak orang, ampun dah. Kelihatannya benar. Masa iya benar? Ada nggak ya streamingan? Banyak sih, udah banyak streamingannya, banyak ya gitu. Dapat 100 fps tuh jarang, rata-rata di 30 40 di situ. Kalau Genshin kayaknya aku berani-berani aja jadi kayaknya rata kanan juga. Ya itu aman kalau Genshin mah. Cuman kalau GTA RP angkat tangan aku. Bohong, apalagi di IME. Angkat tangan aku. Kayaknya menengah ini rendah. Rendah. Off, mesin door off, belum on. Menengah aja. 4. Kakek bilang gua kalau main Genshin itu mainnya di Nvidia GeForce. Nah, oh ya kalau itu kan mau grafik apapun asalkan internetnya bagus mah aman. Tapi seingatku ada limitnya ya, per jam atau per berapa menit gitu di Nvidia GeForce tuh. Pernah pakai sih pas belum punya PC sama laptop, masih main di HP kentang. Apa udah punya PC ya? Cuman iseng-iseng doang kali, lupa kok. Mas download di PC lama 1 jam. Oh, jam ya, oke. Oke lah, habisin resin lagi. Habisin resin lagi. Klik udah. Yang klik udah. Belum ada niatan pre-build lagi sih. Udah. Besok abang live kayaknya enggak, iya aku besok ada kuliah sampai sore. Paling pulang-pulang juga malam. Paling mungkin bisa sih malam, agak malam banget. Ya. Soalnya hari Sabtu kan free juga. Aku pengen namatin Need for Speed dulu, SSD ku udah merah, udah tinggal sisa berapa space lagi. SSD ku 330 GB lagi. ADD segiga udah. Gak ada harapan lagi, harus banyak hapus-hapus ini. Kuliah abang, kuliah udah lulus abang. Hah? Kuliah abang, kuliah udah lulus abang. Hah, gimana?
Burn it down.
Duh, melek mulu.
Show no mercy. Get to work. Teamwork is dreamwork. See Lain, East Papa. Get him. Light of the blazing sun.
Yah, elah. Wah, rasisnya nggak ngotak.
Incinerate.
Salah tulis.
Rise with the sun. Let's light it up. Yeah, everybody stand back. Show no mercy. Get to work. Fulfill our pact.
Melek,
You
coy.
two. Time to end the wrath from the skies.
Damage delay. Bentar, kayaknya aku coba relock. Relock. Bentar ya, aku relock dulu. Ini, bentar. Pingku berapa sih? Iya, kayaknya ini GENSHIN deh. Server GENSHIN. Udah keyboard tuh mati. Banyak banget ya yang harus aku upgrade nih, apa, komponen. SSD, kipas harus ganti, keyboard. Udah sih paling itu doang. Paling sama mouse ini, tapi masih oke lah, masih bisa dipakai klik kanan klik kiri. Cuman si ini, mouse button yang sebelah kirinya buat jempol. Ini kenapa? Bentar, relock dulu. Bensinnya nge-lag. Entah dari servernya, entah aku ke servernya, nggak tahu deh. Soalnya aku ngetes di Google aman. Ini juga streaming lancar kan? Nggak ada patah-patah. Mungkin patah-patah dari spek PC ku yang kurang kan. Oke. Semoga nggak nge-lag coy. Enak banget sih main apa game online tapi nge-lag tuh. Nah ini kan better 80 hijau. Gas. Oh ya, akun kedua belum ku ite. Udah dah. Apalagi nih kok nge-frame.
transfix. Let's light it up. Why do they never miss? My royal twitch is nearing. Final warning.
Belum mau ganti lagi.
I'm going in. Ha. Overrule. Let's light it up. Everybody stand. Hands where I can see them. Drop. Shadow Raven.
Bentar, kayaknya aku lupa belum ganti. Sumpah nge-freeze aja. Boleh deh sekali lagi.
I've been waiting. Odds reveal. Final warning. I'm going in. Let's light it up. Laid bare. Justice will prevail. Everybody stand back.
As you will.
Oke, habis. Langsung klaim daily. Apalagi belum ada event baru sih. Iya. Atau mungkin IT dulu kali ya. Habis itu nge-quest cuy.
Add as. Thank you for. Add as.
Yang bagus kah? Aneh. Oh. Kayaknya ini udah oke sih. 400, 149. Ini doang nggak? Harusnya udah aman lah. 80 udah oke lah. Ini ya yang harus diganti. Udah kereta 12 ya, ini sih soalnya masih belum dapat ya. Ntar ganti akun lagi. Coba cukup nggak ya buat IP karakternya. bisa sih. Bentar. Mending cek 6 sih. Bentar. Ini karakternya ada berapa dulu nih? Kalau nggak cukup sama aja bohong doang. Kurang sih. Ya, maupun bisa sih, cuman kurang ini. Karakternya masih kurang. Udah, berarti kita turun ke yang visioner aja. Udah aman lah ya. Oke. Lah, keren di sini kurang. Oke, berarti Molani, iya Molani nggak butuh sih. Iya, Anson lama pasti butuh, berarti ya paling gini sih. Kecing. Boleh deh. Kita ambil novel. Yang nggak dipakai tuh ini. Oke. Di 3 ke belakang nggak pakai. Bisa di up cuy. Apa aja kali ya? Lumayan sih. Konversi damage bonus. Lumayan sih. Oke. Kujusara aku ganti aja kali. Iya, Kujusara ini akan terlalu kepake. Kujusara kita ganti. Pasti jangan mualan nih, si mualannya agak kurang sih. Kini masih bisa masuk. Pakai cing aja kali ya. Kecingnya bagus kan? Kita lihat kecing akun kedua aku sih. Ketiga. Dibilang bagus juga enggak sih. Di finish aja deh kalau gitu. Sip. Ada akun Wengler. Apanya yang Wengler cuy? Ini akun banyak gratisannya. Kayaknya harus saya ganti ke Tajam Living Sun. Tapi statnya udah bagus nih. 100% lebih. Hmm. 80% oke lah ya. Oke, lama tadi udah, sekarang kole 165. Oke, berarti aduh kurang satu beh. Aduh nggak 4 diput, aduh kurang diput. Apa nanti kayaknya aku farming diput aja kali ya? Tapi belum jadi juga sih. Ya, PR semoga aman lah ya. Oke, ya harusnya udah lumayan lah kali. Never, enaknya with set sih dia. Hmm. 193 ya. Oke, nanti dulu deh. Oke, pride nggak ada WGS ya dia punya ya. 36, 137, 132. Ring masih R nya agak kurang sih. Mental master yang ada yang ikat rebutan paling. Terus damage dengan garisnya udah 17. Sulit sih. Nggak mau nih pakai padding paling. Ya dia sih berapa sih? Ringan sih, cuman kok aku agak trust isu ya. Ambil padding aja deh, biar main aman. Roasting, oke. Atau ember. Power pro, oke. MC dendro. Aduh, nggak ada ini lagi ya. Aduh, nggak ada apa namanya tuh. Nggak ada apa sih namanya? Diput lagi, udah habis diputnya. Damn. Ya udahlah, nekat pakai scroll walaupun nggak ada nightfall. Mouse bow. TP itu normal attack ya? Oh iya. Itu ambil ammo saja gitu. Ya udah bagus kan? Crit damage-nya nggak kurang sih. Ntar dia crit rate di 65. 65 kurang, aduh terjauh berarti. Crit damage, crit rate jangan sama sekali. Ini yang di-lock paling. 44 tambah 15 59, ya oke lah, daripada nggak ada lagi. Bagus sih. Tujuh lihatnya berapa sih? 187. Udah level berapa bang? Gue ini mau level 17. Apanya? Kalau gue level 17 gue gendong ya. Gimana? Level 17 gimana maksudnya? Trainless ganti ya. Chip. Gini deh kalau gitu. Nah, numpang subscribe lu gendong gua. Boleh aja sebenarnya. Mau gendong apa dulu? Black Tassel, Tanah City aman. Tempat 9. Tempat 6. 15. Aduh, gak ada 15 lagi. Si Bennett juga nggak kepake sih. Lagi nggak dipakai sih. Boleh dah. Yep. Gaskan coy. Nyari karakter tuh udah. Jangan bisa deh.
Behold, the princess
Lu main Roblox nggak bang? Enggak cuy. Sempet sih main cuman nggak lanjut lagi. Kemungkinan ntar malam aku bakal streaming itu deh ya. Ngamatin Red Force Cok biar langsung uninstall biar pas storiesku nggak meludak ini. Ini
Surrender. Let's dance. By royal decree.
Futile. Judgment is upon you. Guilty. You stand condemned. Guilty. Their penance is due.
Shadow Raven.
Nowhere to run. Through me, justice is served.
wish langsung yang bagus nih. Kayaknya MC Dendro dulu. Mona dulu deh.
This is how it must be.
Ini dendron. Ini gede. Misalnya aku ganti ke ororon paling.
Surrender!
I'll protect us.
Propagate! Germinate! Time to say hello. Nowhere to run! Your sins weigh upon your soul. You stand condemned. Guilty. You stand condemned. Your penance.
Let's dance.
Scatter. Yeah.
Ini tanggung
Tell
banget.
me what you see. Farewell. Judgment is upon you.
Misalnya itu apa sih? Aku lupa. Bos itu apa sih? Aduh deh kalau gitu. Oh, mau Kenri. Zong lu masuk sih.
Would be nice.
Illusion shattered.
Spring forth.
Shadows of fate written in the stars.
Diffract.
Shine down.
Propagate.
Aduh kena.
Let me scribe.
Here you are.
Illusion shattered. Shadows of fate decided by destiny.
The process of elimination.
Ya ada kena dakol ya. Wah, lawan si kenakal-dakalnya gimana dulu? Berarti keluarin ku simpen ini aja. Ya keluarin harus ku simpen ini. Buff dulu deh. Cuman
for justice.
Bentar, aduh. Ini kita simpen ala hitam lagi. Ini harus ada klorin sama hydro. Ini novel. Apa nih? Klorin. Nah, berat sih ini. Berat sih, kelihatan sih berat-berat.
This is order.
Let me weave you a verse. Know my soul. Oz, reveal that.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Stabilize. As you wish, Ming.
Witness the power of Guhua. Time to act.
There is no escape. Now you shall perish. Illusion shattered.
Solidify. I will have order.
Rain cutter. Rain outlines your fate. Know my soul. By royal decree.
Inazuma shines eternal. Shine down.
This is order.
Ngakak
Let
pun
me
ini.
weave you a verse. Midnight fantastic.
Torn to oblivion.
Deal. I'm in.
gimana udah, harusnya bisa sih.
Hunt them down. Lightning, terrify! Let me scrap. Fate is upon me.
Targeting.
Where evil lurks, shoot on sight. Dissipate! Out of my way! Shadows of fate, written in the stars.
I got him cornered. Shadow of the past, mine to command.
Hunt them down.
Your soul in sacrifice.
Decided by destiny. Move it.
Forever hold your
Time to broaden the horizons again. Forest, let my name echo in song. Strike a pose. This may
submit your soul in sacrifice.
For the everlasting forest.
Forever hold.
Target acquired.
Yoo-hoo! Let the world come alive!
For the Lord of the Night.
The dead would
With one heart, we pray, lush as the moonlight. Branch into song.
Anyone need a coach?
Bisa sih. Bisa. Keluarin berarti ke ini.
Gather.
Control breathing. Start the clock.
Defract.
I will have order. Stabilize.
Aduh. Ulang. Hilang. Keluarnya jangan sampai hilang coy.
Faster, stronger. On one.
Order guide you.
Don't be scared. Foot first. Start the clock.
Scatter.
I will have order. Solidify.
You play. Yep. Control breathing. Let's move.
Bisa coy. Tuh masih ada zongli coy. Kalau nggak PR dah. Kata hidrokomi. Bah, udah. Satu minum. Nggak bisa ya. Ini
Where evil lurks, shoot on sight.
Rain cutter. Know my sword. Ding dong water bomb.
Time to say hello.
Into the shadows. Hunt them down.
Look, a rainbow. Good luck.
Let me weave you a verse. Rain outlines your fate.
Tell me what you see.
testify. Flash attack! Time to witness the power of Go.
Be free. Time to say hello.
Ready.
Hunt them down. Ding dong, water bomb! No, my sword!
Farewell. Tell me what you see.
Time to testify.
Dikit lagi cuy. Kayaknya mungkin skillnya sekali aja deh, singkir deh.
Where evil lurks, shoot on sight. Rain cutter. Look, the rainbow!
Go. You're free now. Be free.
Loaded.
Time to testify. Ding dong, water bomb! Rain outlines your fate. Let me leave.
Tell me what you see. Not too far now.
Into the shadows.
Hunt them down. Flash attack! No, my sword! Witness the power of Go.
Time to say hello. Be free.
Loaded.
Time to testify.
Oh, sip. Ya hilang ada novel.
Take heart. Victory will be ours.
Hyper belum sih paling. Ya paling hyper belum.
Let's get down
Look
to
at the flash!
business.
Start the forward amber! Help! Fly! Look, the rainbow!
No more lies. It all adds up.
Step aside! On mark, prize this on your side! Go!
Ih, nggak mau ganti.
Flash attack!
No more lies. It all falls into place. Can't hide the truth.
Control breathing! Start the book just like we rehearsed! Ding dong!
Wait!
No more lies. The deception ends here. Can't hide the truth.
Step aside! On my mark!
Ntar novelnya kok nggak muncul ya? Nah, Hydro.
Thank you for permitting, no, inviting me to join you.
Udah sini gampang sih. Novel, Nahida, Furina, Oma, beuh.
bow your head.
Let my name echo in song. Show it.
For the everlasting forest.
Let the mighty be humbled. Huh. Justice is blindsided.
Time to shine. Strike a pop.
Lush as the moonlight. With one heart, we...
To be sanctified.
Ya cuy, minum karakter kalau misalnya bawa ke lunar kalau dikit cuy. Anjir 270.000. Itu damage itu lanjut apa? Damage aggravate. Aggravate quicken ya. Kalau bang juga Brian. Masih belum bisa terima joki apa ajarin. Bebas sih asalkan bukan quest aja sih. Bentar cuy, bentar. Explore lah, explore mah nggak jauh deh, juga mau explore kan. Ntar ya, aku baca jadwal dulu cuy. Oke. Ntar kok mataku agak kayak ada ini. Material boleh bang, kayak butterfly crystal itu, material kali boleh-boleh aja. Ntar kok mataku agak aneh. Perlu farm nggak usah juga, aku malas ngecek, nanti aja itu cover. Oke, akun kedua udah. Oh, nanti itu diambil. Itu dua dulu kayak. Coba DM dulu dong. Aku nggak tahu akunmu yang mana, udah lama banget aku nggak login GENSHIN.
Haven't you heard? There's a strange wanderer in your movement.
Bang, lihat aja lah, kakak aku masih buat foto itu material. Aku ping bang. Ping apaan? Ya bang, tadi suruh ping kan tadi. DM. Ada DM ulang, ya DM. Ntar kok mataku agak sakit. Nggak sakit sih, apa kayak nggak nyaman aja. Kayak ada sesuatu yang menghalangi gitu. Instagram ya. Nah, download data. Coba ada update cuy. Maksudnya bang, udah bang. Satu karakter aja paling sih aku bisa. Terima DC material aja bang. Oke. Ini sehabisnya aja paling.
Who ate?
Kali balang bentar bang. Oke. Iya.
Try and stop me! Rev the engines! Bring it!
Kata apa sih?
Try and stop me!
Atas bang.
Yeah. Rev the engines!
Kontol. Asin banget kok. Mana sih? Oh.
It'd be right there.
Full throttle! Hip. Hup. Try and stop me.
Gimana deh? Ke bawah kan? Oh iya. Wah, nggak nyangka. Bercanda.
Hip. Full throttle. Rev the engines! Yeah. Huh. Huh. Full throttle! Rev the engines! Full throttle! Hip. Try and stop me!
Masih udah lumayan, tapi aku mau break dulu. Kamu tak agak sakit nih.
It's been a few days since we said bye to the others in Nasha Town. Still no news about Rarer, though. Where could he have slunk off to? If only he was gone for good. But with all the trouble he stirred up before, there's no way we've seen the last of him.
Hello, you must be the traveler in Paimon? Mr. Flint has been looking for you. Unfortunately, there's been a serious wild hunt attack over at the quarry. He thinks it's time to regroup and figure out a plan.
The wild hunt? Oh, uh-oh. We better get over there, right away! Come on, let's go!
People ought not be so frightened of ghosts. They are merely talking shadows.
chattering away endlessly about their past affairs. He who wishes to peer into the abyss needs simply to wander through Nodcry on a misty night. The march of the wild hunt will be sure to drag him into the darkness. Let us have a modicum of patience for the richness and complexity of humanity. The wanton cruelty of the few is not worth our ire.
Now, dear.
Bring it!
I can barely sense any Kuvaki at all. This whole area feels like a soulless husk.
Looks like his appetite truly is insatiable. As if the power of that energy cannon wasn't enough.
He's not seriously still getting stronger? What's his endgame here?
Ah, everyone's here already. Hey, we made it. So, what's going on?
We've all been on high alert since we split up a few days back, expecting Rerir to strike again. But it's like he just vanished into thin air. No one has seen him nor found any trace of his presence. That is, until this morning, when a ratnik found signs of wild hunt activity while out here on patrol. As you can see, the crystalline itself is physically intact, but the Kuvaki it contained is all but completely diminished.
And we're sure that Rerir did this. Who else? He's the only one who could pull off a stunt like this.
Kuvaki loss has reached critical levels. Reikir of Solnari set to maximum threat level. Warning, unless de-escalation measures are taken soon, he will pose a threat beyond our ability to contain. The consequences could be catastrophic.
Traveler, do you remember when we encountered Rerir just after regaining his body? There wasn't a shred of sanity left. Nothing but madness and rage.
Yeah, didn't he shout out a bunch of names? Then he started raving about how nothing in this world mattered to him. Oh, Paimon gets chills just thinking about it. Oh, but the thought that he's still out there, lurking somewhere in Not Cry, waiting for his chance to strike? Oh, even chillier.
Last time we fought, we were already at a disadvantage. If he has such overwhelming strength, why would he suddenly go into hiding?
Yeah, if I were him and I wanted more Kuvaki, I'd just take it by force. No point staying in the shadows. Unless something went wrong. His whole resurrection thing didn't exactly go smoothly.
The other thing is, how does someone who's completely lost their mind still have the wherewithal to cover their tracks so perfectly?
Beats me.
According to certain medical studies, insanity does not always entail a complete loss of rationality. It may be that he is simply living in a world of his own.
That actually sounds about right. He was ranting away to himself the whole time, like he had zero interest in talking to us.
There are many unanswered questions here. He could be right under our noses, and we'd still be in the dark. Besides his name and title, we know little about him. Certainly nothing about his past, or what he might be hoping to achieve.
Exactly. And we wouldn't even know where to begin looking. Even Boss hadn't heard of the Rahir of Solnari before all this. I'd be willing to bet that even if we gathered together every scrap of intel in Nodcry, we still wouldn't find more than, like, 3 useful facts about him.
So, if we do nothing, he'll just keep getting stronger. But if we want to investigate him, we have no idea where to look. Last time we had Marionette and her big robo-buddy to help us, and we still barely held our ground. If we had to face him alone... Oh, Paimon's head hurts just thinking about it. What are we supposed to do against a threat this big?
Well, I do have a little hunch about his next move. Given that he attacked the quarry, I'd say it's likely he'll target other places rich in Kuvaki. Somewhere like...
Investigate them both. We'll need to split up.
I agree, we should split up. Right now, Rarir's goal seems to be gathering Kuvaki, not fighting us directly. Once we're done, let's regroup on Hisi Island.
Wait, why Hisi Island?
If I recall correctly, your largest goddess statue was carved from Kuvaki-rich ore, was it not?
That's right. Yes, it could well be a potential target of his. I should head back and start evacuating the pilgrims.
Splitting up's always gonna be risky. But I guess we don't have much choice, right? We're in a race against time here.
And if we do run into Rarir, what then?
That's when you follow the 3rd rule of treasure hunting. Run like the wind.
Didn't you say the 3rd rule was go with the flow?
I don't know. Did I? Anyway, whatever. In this situation, go with the flow means go find backup.
Agreed. If anyone finds so much as a trace of Rarir, do not pursue him. Get out of the area and alert the rest of us as soon as possible. We need to put safety first.
All right, we'd better get moving. Come on, Anefa, let's go!
Nope, diddly squat. No clues to where he might be hiding. It's like he's a ghost. It feels like we're sitting on a powder keg that could go off at any second. Ugh, I hate this feeling. I'd rather face him head on than be left hanging like this.
Baik, kamu deh, Brian.
You guys didn't find anything either?
Not loving the word either. How about you, Flints?
I questioned a few Ratniki and eventually narrowed my investigation down to one suspicious individual. But by the time I got to his place, he was already gone. Almost as if he knew someone was on to him. Either that or he's just extremely cautious and doesn't stay in one place for long.
He's been biding his time for a while now.
Udah, nggak usah.
The question is,
Cuman dapat
where
60 doang tadi.
or what is his next target?
No idea. Since regaining his body, he seems to have lost all interest in the fragment in my possession. If he did still want it, he's had plenty of chances to take it.
All we can do now is hope that Aino and Anefa turn up some leads. Darn it, Rarir. If you've got the guts, come face me one-on-one! Wait, he's actually here? I didn't mean it! I swear!
Crystal Fat sama material udah
It's coming
doang kan
from
bang. Crystal Fat tadi aku kelupaan, paling material
The Lady
lainnya doang.
Kutar might be in danger.
Let's get over there, quick!
Kamu sekarang lihat sih. FK-in apa ini? Story quest. Speedrun quest nih, lama sih. Iya, lumayan kemarin juga streaming 10 jam.
No time for questions. Stop him.
Paling 6 jam lah. Oh, 10. Iya, kemarin aku streaming itu sama daily, IT, sama ada break bentar. Jadi total 10 jaman. Ini sampai aku 6 sampai 7 jam doang. Ya mungkin lah.
Look where your feeble light has gotten you. Now you shall plunge into darkness. Thalindus, soon I will find a way.
Watch out!
Chasing after this lady like he wanted her dead. What was that all about?
We weren't there for the whole thing either. They were already duking it out by the time we arrived.
Yeah, we didn't see how it all started. It all escalated so quickly, we had no choice but to step in.
Kutar, can you shed any light on the situation?
Kutar. Cross-checking database. I see. So you're the one that the Frost Moon Scions refer to as the Moon Goddess?
Wait, she's the moon goddess? Oh, no wonder she looks just like all those statues.
There are many reasons why people might worship the moon, and just as many why they might despise it. I've never met that person before, but there was no mistaking his deep-seated hostility towards me. Why he holds me in such contempt, I cannot say. But since he hunts the power of the moon, it's no surprise that I am a target.
Kutar.
There are many potential motives. For instance, you help the traveler escape his grasp. This could be his way of taking revenge. It is also possible that he covets the Kuvaki inside you and seeks to take it for his own. The list goes on. But right now, devising a counter-strategy should be our #1 priority. The likelihood of this location being discovered is close to 100%.
A counter strategy? But we don't stand a chance against an enemy like this. Surely our only option is to run. He's not gonna chase us to the end of the world, right? So as long as we can sneak out of Nodcry undetected. No, I can't say that. Come on, Yehoda, this is serious stuff. You can't suggest we all just chicken out.
Running is our only option.
Huh?
You seem surprised, but what other choice do we have? We are facing an enemy we cannot possibly defeat in battle.
Well, I mean, yeah, but still.
It's not too late. I can distract him, so you'll have plenty of time to make your escape.
Wait, what? You're gonna act as bait?
Doesn't that make sense? I'm the one he's after. There's no need for you to risk your necks on my behalf. A coyote doesn't stop for bypassers while it's howling at the moon.
Kontol.
What is it, Loma? The Frost Moon Scions have already grown accustomed to life without their goddess. My presence here is no longer essential, and this is not my home, so you needn't ask me to stay.
We can't just roll over and let him get away with this. That's not our style.
Yeah, we can't just call it quits after everything we've been through together. Besides, she'd pretty much saved my life back there. If I just ditched her now, I'd never forgive myself.
We can't overlook that you have saved our lives multiple times now. To talk of returning the favor would be a little crass for my liking. But suffice to say that we are friends, and friends look out for one another.
Riri's true objective remains unclear. Even if we were to sacrifice Miss Kutar, there's no guarantee he would stop.
But
Kutar, I know why you left the Frost Moon Scions so long ago. It was because people started treating prayer as a form of trade. They would make self-centered wishes, force you to accept meaningless offerings in return, and then expect you to perform miracles for them, as if that were their entitlement. If it were me, I might have walked away too. But I believe that time can change everything, and that sometimes it takes losing something precious to appreciate its true worth. After much reflection, I've realized that this was never about whether the Frost Moon Scions need you. Any relationship based on need is purely transactional. What I truly hope is that you'll choose to stay, not out of obligation, but as part of our family. You were born here, and now you've returned. Who knows? Perhaps it was the moonlight that guided you home.
Thank you, Lauma. But my power is on the wane. I'm afraid I will be of little use to you now. Very well then. I'll do as you say.
Both times you saved us, we were transported across great distances in an instant. Is that one of your powers as the moon goddess?
It is, but I find it very draining. I barely managed to pull it off just now, and it will be some time before I'm strong enough to do so again. Rejected by the world, my power is dwindling. Like a lake, cut off from its source, slowly shrinking away. Now, it has almost run dry.
What do you mean, rejected by the world?
The 3 moons belonged to the ancient bygone era in which they came into being. From the moment I was born, the world itself has been steadily sapping away at my strength.
Ya ampun.
The 3 moons are not one
Masih
and
nggak
the
jawab
same.
dulu.
As the goddess of the frost moon, I cannot wield the powers of the other 2. Yet moonlight has a way of blending together. Each can reflect the other's glow. So when our fingers touched, I was able to restore my strength by drawing Kuvaki from the eternal moon's marrow. But this method of recovery is painfully slow. If only we could find the...
It's the Wild Hunt!
Even faster than we expected. We'll have to finish this conversation later.
See how those wild hunt creatures are running away from us. They're likely just a scouting party, which means Rerir won't be far behind.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get the heck out of here!
Forest, defensive mode engaged. Preparing for dust up.
Flash attack! Oh, they just keep coming! This is driving me nuts!
Rerir's closing in on us. We need to pick up the pace.
There's too many of them! And this time, we can't fall back on Kutar's help to escape. This goes on much longer.
Everlasting.
Installation chamber deployed. Ultimatum protocol.
Winged on water bomb!
Be silent. To dust. Do you fear the dark?
3-3 sih gitu sih.
Close your eyes. To dust.
Branch into song, by the frost moon of old.
Cleanup sequence initiated. Annihilation mode.
Look, a rainbow! Chew on this!
The long sleep beckons. Be silent. Close your eyes. Night falls. Night falls. Observe. Do you fear the dark?
For the everlasting forest.
Defensive mode engaged. Preparing for dust up.
Don't claw!
Beware the creatures of the night. Close your eyes. Observe. To dust. Close your eyes. Do you fear the dark?
Oh iya, bisa 3 kali nih.
Night falls.
Bisa 3 kali banyak tek.
What's the matter? Bit off more than you could chew?
How are you? Uncle Varka! You're back from Amsvartnir? Oh, you're Varka? Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius?
We could save the intros for later. Right now, let's get you all out of this hellhole. Follow me. I know somewhere you'll be safe.
Oh, is that where I think it is?
That's the one. Come on, move! There's no time to waste. Well, that goes without saying. This is the Knights of Favonius' meeting place in Nodcry, and a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network. AKA, the black market of intel. No matter what faction you're with, it's the place to buy and sell information. Their headquarters are in Nodcry, but they've got contacts in every nation. As an expeditionary force on foreign soil, working with them has offered us the most effective way of getting our hands on reliable local intel. This is where we meet, so naturally, it's secure. Anyway, where were we? Folks from Nodcry should be pretty familiar with me by now, but I believe this is the first time we've met. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Varka, Knight of Boreas, and Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
We've heard all about you. This meeting's been a long time coming. You look way younger than Paimon expected, but you definitely have that Grand Master vibe.
Well, I'm no spring chicken. Just not showing my age yet. Definitely feeling some of that back pain today, though. Rushed back from Amsfartnir without a wink of sleep, only to get right into another fight with that freshly revived maniac.
Another? You mean you fought him before?
Yep. He wasn't nearly as strong back then, but he was still a formidable foe. I brought some of the knights along to give him a little surprise, but he saw us coming from a mile off. My squad took heavy injuries, and I barely made it out alive myself. We knew it might have been our last chance, so we staked everything on it. But still, it wasn't enough to stop him. I tried tracking him down afterwards, but he didn't leave a trace. Even in his unhinged mental state, he's as cautious as any trained operative. So, I decided to come find you. And as luck would have it, turned up to find you being ambushed by the Wild Hunt. The rest, you already know.
Is that why he's been frantically absorbing Kuvaki these past few days? Because he sees you as a threat?
Maybe I'm part of the equation, but even if I weren't, I'm sure he'd still be gathering power. He's clearly working up towards something.
Note to self, Uncle Varka's strength rating officially upgraded.
Guess it's my turn to ask questions now. So, what exactly has been happening in Nodcry? Why has the Wild Hunt returned in humanoid form? And why is it after you?
That's a long story, but I'll try to make it quick.
Wow, I had no idea so much had happened. Sounds like you guys have really been through it. So, the Kutar is actually a Fatui Harbinger. And all this Wild Hunt activity in Nodcry is the work of the Raker of Solnari, one of the 5 sinners. That's a lot to take in. Need some time to wrap my head around it all.
I'm truly sorry, Mr. Varka. You stood with us against the Wild Hunt, and did everything you could to stop it from escalating into a full-blown catastrophe. And then, the one time you're away, it all comes to a head and all your hard work gets undone.
You've got nothing to apologize for, Miss Moonchanter. You can plan 100 steps ahead and still slip up. That's just life. No one knows what tomorrow holds. You can't predict which way the wind will blow next. And, to be perfectly honest, I can't say I'm surprised. For all the times we've defeated the Wild Hunt in the past, we've never been able to completely wipe it out. Turns out, we were just delaying the inevitable. But now that a new variable has come into play, fate may well take a different course.
A new variable? You mean us?
Who else? And in a strange way, I think his resurgence might not be an entirely bad thing. The Wild Hunt is like an unrelenting force of nature, but Rerir is an individual with an agenda. He's gotta have a weak spot somewhere. That said, while I was explaining everything just now, some of the points that Mr. Flint's added caught my attention.
You mean about our mystery ally?
That's right. From what you've said, not only did they lead you straight to some key files, they also shielded Hisi Island from a lethal Kuvaki blast. I don't know who or what could pull something like that off. Heck, even Miss Columbina doesn't have a clue.
I hadn't heard the story about those files. Would you mind repeating their titles for me?
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log, a Nodcrian Ratnik's Field Journal, and Kuvaki Survey Log.
Oh. No. Still doesn't ring a bell.
Another dead end. Guess all we can do now is hope that our mystery ally keeps showing up when we most need them. Still, it's safest to assume they won't be intervening again. From here on out, we'll have to resolve this crisis by ourselves. Your intel also explains something else I've been wondering about. The reason I led my team to Amsfarnir was because we'd had reports about a possible source of the Wild Hunt showing up there. But once we looked into it, it turned out to be a red herring. I don't know who was behind it, but clearly, it served its purpose. I doubt it's by chance that he happened to make his comeback while my attention was diverted. And from everything you told me, it sounds like his scheming began well before his return. So maybe luring me away was all a part of his plan. But is it even possible that he orchestrated all of this by himself? The Moon Maiden and the Raker of Solnari, Nodcry of all places. The way everything is unfolding, it can't be a coincidence.
So, what do we do now? Got any ideas?
Right now, we've got at least 3 things to consider. Let's go through them one by one. First, we need to figure out how to take down Rerir. If we can't beat him in a straight-up fight, the rest won't even matter. To my knowledge, the bulk of Nodcry's fighting force is already gathered here. But even with everyone united, we're still no match for Rerir in his current state, let alone with his power still growing.
What if there was a way to tap into a new power of our own?
How so?
Have you thought of something, Columbina? 3 moons once watched over this world. The Eternal Moon was the largest. The Frost Moon was the brightest. And the Iridescent Moon was the most mysterious. They say that back then, the 3 moon goddesses wielded immense power. Enough to shape the workings of the world itself. I now bear the Frost Moon's power, and the Eternal Moon's marrow resides within the Traveler.
Hold on. Are you suggesting?
The Iridescent Moon, the last piece in the puzzle.
That's right. If we can find the Iridescent Moon's marrow, I will be able to regain my strength much more quickly.
The 3 moons are said to stir the tides and illuminate all things. Perhaps they hold further secrets beyond our understanding.
According to my analysis, the solution is feasible. However, it is subject to one major condition. How do we locate the Iridescent Moon's marrow?
I know a way, but we will need to visit the Fatui's Experimental Design Bureau.
The Experimental Design Bureau? Are you saying we need to involve Marionette?
Yes. I must speak with Sandrone.
It's a long way from here to the Experimental Design Bureau. There's a high chance you'll be spotted. You shouldn't go alone.
Then that's settled. Next up, our second priority. Somehow, we need to figure out Rerir's end goal. As you saw for yourselves, when he was still in his Wild Hunt form, everything he did was for the sake of recovering his body and resurrecting himself. His first act since then, after laying low for a while, was to try and assassinate this young lady. People's obsessions often reveal their greatest vulnerabilities. There must be a reason why he despises the moon so deeply. Perhaps it sheds some light on his title, the Raker of Solnari. The Wild Hunt has plagued Nodcry for centuries now. If we want to stop it for good, we have to get to the root cause of what's driving it.
It's true. We still know very little about him. If Kuthar hadn't given us that lead, we wouldn't even know his name.
But where would we even start? I doubt even the intel queen of Nokrai has a clue, and she has info coming out of her ears.
Oh? That's a rather hasty conclusion for someone who's so painstakingly meticulous when it comes to dealing with machines.
Ah, she heard me.
Boss! What are you doing here?
I'm now asking myself the same question. I received a letter from a humble knight of Favonius, requesting a meeting to discuss a major business deal. But it looks like this humble knight had something else in mind.
Details, details. Miss Neffer, the important thing is that you've arrived at the perfect time. Since his failed ambush, I've been racking my brains trying to come up with a plan to fight Rarier. Given the severity of the situation, I think it's fair to say that our only chance lies in uniting as one. And I'm talking all the factions in Notcry. We can't do this without the Curatorium, but I knew it'd be a tough job to win you over. So, I took the liberty of reaching out for a little chat.
Wait a sec. How did you even hear about this place, Neffer? Didn't you say this is meant to be the Knights of Favonius' meeting spot? And a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network? And isn't it supposed to be super hidden?
You really think he could have gotten settled in Nodcry without my help? Besides, I'm the one running this gig. Of course I know where the meeting place is.
Allow me to introduce the current head of the Northern Intelligence Network. If it's intel you're after, she's your woman. Pretty much seen and heard it all.
Please spare me the flattery. Let's cut to the chase. Seems like you've run into some trouble, huh? Well, this certainly qualifies as an unforeseen crisis. On behalf of the Curatorium of Secrets, I wish you all the best of luck.
So you're just going to sit this one out?
Why should I get involved? What could possibly be in it for me?
What if we told you we can't do this without you?
Oh? Then I'd say, you'd better make it worth my while. I don't work for free.
I can't put a price on something like this. It's just not in my nature. But then again, you and I have always been polar opposites in this regard. So I can't exactly say I didn't see this coming. If you insist on compensation, I will pay you. Consider this a formal commission. Sound fair?
You just don't give up, do you? Too bad. I know you well enough to know you can't afford my prices. The riskier the job, the more it'll cost. And a Moonchanter's stipend isn't exactly generous. Unless you're planning to start passing the donation box around among the faithful?
Boss, just a thought. If they come up short, maybe you can take the difference out of my next few paychecks. Things got really dangerous during the fight with Rarier. If this girl hadn't saved me, I'd be ley line fodder by now. I'd be gone for good, boss. If there's any way we can make this work, I'd really like to help her. Please? I'm begging you.
This is why I'm always telling you never accept favors. They are the hardest debts to repay. You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all kinds of misfortune. Very well, Yehoda, I will help. But just this once. Don't count on this happening again. Flynn's, that fragment that Rarier was after, do you still have it on you?
Of course.
Let me borrow it. I need it to follow up on some leads.
Wait, you actually have some leads?
Shh. This is top secret information.
I get it. We all have things we'd rather keep to ourselves. Plus, I know we can count on you, so we'll leave the intel gathering in your hands. And that brings me to the third and final item. We need to find a way to distract him. We need time to make our move, so someone will have to stall him. I'm in for this part, no matter what. Anyone coming with?
Count me in too.
Come off it, you two. Quit playing heroes. I'm way ahead of you here. Nefa did a scan of the moon goddess's Kuvaki signature, and we're gonna use it to make some decoys over at the Kramkake craft. He won't catch on to your scent and won't be able to track you down.
I like it. Genius idea.
No biggie.
All right then, we'll split into 3 teams. Once your team has finished their mission, return here and wait for the others. Dismissed!
Lady Damselette. Wait, and you two? What are you doing at the Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau? We've been doing our best to mind our own business lately. But if you're just gonna waltz up here like this, you're seriously pressing your luck. Don't blame us for doing what we have to.
Huh! You really think that's gonna scare us off?
We're not looking for any trouble. I just want to see Zandrone.
Do I need to remind you that you're still a wanted fugitive for deserting us? Out of consideration for our former ties and the crisis we're all up against, we'll let you leave in one piece. But don't even think about trying to get inside.
Let them in.
But...
Are you going to make me repeat that?
No, my lady.
Zandrone seems to be in a good mood. Must be maintenance day.
So tell me, to what do I owe the honor this time? Actually, before you answer that, just so we're clear, we're not colleagues anymore, Columbina. I don't owe you anything.
I promise it's nothing big.
It seems like you've gotten the wrong idea here. The only reason I let you in was because I was bored. It seemed like a way to kill some time and satisfy my own curiosity. Whatever miscalculations I may or may not have made in the past, I haven't lost the plot enough to even consider sticking my neck out for your sakes.
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
What?
Huh? You mean the knave?
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino. Is she in Nodcry?
No, she's not. Once the work on this facility was completed, she went back with the Rooster and Regrator. The only ones in Nodcry are me and... What is it you need to speak to her about anyway?
Rerir is hunting me. If I'm going to face him, I must first retrieve the lost moon. Is that a no, then?
As if I need reminding. I was this close to settling things with him before someone decided to whisk me away to their weird little garden.
Have you held any tea parties lately?
Tea parties? Yeah, obviously. You don't seriously think we'd pack it all in just because you aren't here. If anything, they've been more eventful than ever. Just me, Arlecchino, and a bunch of insolent and sensitive guests who won't stop asking where you've gone. Oh, they've been a real joy.
I bet you served them the worst tea you have. Just like you used to do to me when I upset you.
Who cares about how good the tea is when there's no one around to drink it? I keep losing people. First Rosaline, now you. I'm running out of people who can make me laugh. Honestly, what could be more ridiculous than a multi-centenarian goddess who's only ever had the plain herbal tea she received as offerings?
You'd always brew a different type of tea for me each time. Was it really just to see how I'd react?
Well, duh. Why else? Watching you squirm was practically my only form of entertainment. Oh, yeah. And Capitano sometimes used to bring Tartaglia around, too. But I guess we won't be seeing him again. Well, I guess we are overdue for a get-together. Polonia! Have Fabronia pass a message to Arlecchino for me. It's time for tea. Will suffice.
Pass along a message for me, too, if you would. My body cannot contain the marrow of 2 moons, so I'll be leaving one of them in her care.
Excuse me? Who said you were on the guest list? If my tea meant that much to you, maybe quitting the Fatui wasn't your brightest move. Back when you were under the Tsaritsa's protection, no one would have dared come at you so openly.
But that protection didn't come for free. In fact, I paid dearly for it. At the end of the day, it was just another transaction. I just got tired, that's all. I never wanted any part in their grand ambitions, and I've had enough of being treated like a bottomless supply of power. It brings back memories from the old days, when I was still worshipped as the moon goddess. Centuries on, it may be a different group of people, but I see the same greed in their eyes.
I figured you'd leave eventually. You didn't have as much of a reason to stay as I do. The Tsaritsa gave you shelter and protection, but that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. Meanwhile, the Fatui demanded everything from you in return, until it was more than you could bear. I get why you left. And frankly, I have no interest in dragging you back just because the higher-ups told me to. But if you keep hanging around with this riffraff, the next time we cross paths, we might be enemies for real.
Guess that's our cue to leave.
That might be your plan, but it sounds like someone else wants you to stay a little longer.
Huh? What do you mean?
Listen.
My lady, it's the Wild Hunt. A horde of monsters is headed straight for the facility.
Another uninvited guest trying to crash my tea party. Clear the area. I'll handle this.
Wait, what? You want us to leave you here by yourself?
Huh. You'll be lucky to make it out of this alive. You really think you can afford to worry about me? Go on, get out of here. You may have stopped Polonia from crushing him last time, but I've made sure that won't happen again. The entire Experimental Design Bureau is rigged for war. Stay and watch if you want, but it'll be at your own risk. You're not flagged as friendlies in a weapon system. Don't tell me what to do! Look, if you're leaving, make it quick. Or you'll just get in my way. There's a secret passage on the second floor. It'll take you right to the plains out back. Stare all you want, Columbina. You're not getting another invitation to my tea party.
I know. But thank you anyway, Sandrone.
This is exactly why you shouldn't hang around with those people. All their melodrama and sentimental nonsense is rubbing off on you. Come on then, Mr. Ray here. Let's pick up where we left off. It's your Wild Hunt monstrosities versus my beautiful creations. Let's see who comes out on top. Yeah, get him!
I've upgraded Polonia again since our last encounter, and uploaded every last scrap of your data. So let's finish this once and for
She's not here. Where did she go?
Hey! Over here, you big...
Curse it, Moon. Go. Keep searching. She cannot have gotten far.
So this is your method for investigating Rarir's past. It almost looks like some kind of ceremony.
Good deduction. But it's quite a different affair from what you're used to with the Frost Moon Scions.
Whoa! First time I've ever been in here. Boss always said it was off limits, so I pictured some kind of creepy dungeon. But it's actually kinda nice. Oh, I guess this must be Sumero decor? That's where Boss is from. And that nice shopkeeper who sold me my treasure compass.
I'm not sure exactly what you've got planned, but it looks like you're all set. When do we begin?
Whenever we wish. But for some reason, I've got a feeling this isn't going to end well. I've never faced Rarir myself, but from what you've told me, his power is beyond anything I could imagine. I, on the other hand, am just an ordinary businesswoman. Our paths should never have crossed, yet here I am, forced to make an enemy of him.
If you ask me, you're about as far from ordinary as it gets. So what are you saying? You're getting cold feet?
Once I take a job, there's no backing out. Still, I have to ask myself if the power I'm relying on will even work on an opponent of this caliber. And also how to make sure I come out of this alive if things spiral out of control. Death is the one thing we can take for granted. It is the great equalizer, however fortunate or unfortunate we may otherwise be. So it's important to consider how to spend what lifespan we have left.
Come on, boss. Lighten up. Quit talking about death. It's bad luck.
For once, I agree with you. When you're up against a foe like Rarir, there's no such thing as being too prepared. Is there anything I can do to help?
That won't be necessary. I've already made up my mind. Time to cash in a precious favor I've been saving for a rainy day. Yehoda, I need you to find someone for me. The sooner the better.
Eh? Find who?
That shady merchant who sold you an overpriced treasure compass the other day.
Come on, boss. You're pulling my leg again. In what way is she shady? She showed up when I was completely lost and sold me a neat little gadget that was exactly what I needed. Trust me, she's a good person. Anyway, I know who you're talking about. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Quit dragging me. I genuinely can't run any further.
Hey, aren't
it. What's the big rush? You dragged me out of a dream where I was literally swimming in Mora. I'm charging double my usual attendance fee.
See, look how easygoing she is. After that rude awakening, she could have completely snapped at us. But instead, she kept it together and just asked for an extra fee.
Dori Sangama Bay? I never would have pictured you two doing business together.
If you want to make it big and not cry, it's all about connections. Lady Nefer just so happens to have a lot of intel that interests me. And she also did me a big favor in the past. It was back when I first arrived in Not Cry. My trusty assistant, the genie in my lamp, had an adverse reaction to the Kuvaki and fainted. And when you know it, that's when I suddenly find myself in a life-or-death situation. Good thing my compatriot was there to swoop in and save the day. I've been giving her a 30% discount off all of my goods ever since. Now, so that no one here feels left out, I'm willing to extend a 20% discount to fellow friends of Boss Nefer. Plus, any other friends you send my way will enjoy 10% off. What can I say? The great Lord Sangamabe is nothing if not generous. So, let me guess. You've run into some trouble? I've got everything you could possibly need, and the more you buy, the more you'll save.
You guessed correctly. What have you got in the way of survival gear?
The one type of gear I've never been short on. What are you looking for? A jetpack fresh from the Academia's labs? An ancient suit of armor dredged up from the bottom of the sea? At the very least, I need to know what kind of opponent you're dealing with here. If even you're worried about staying alive, it must be pretty serious.
What if I told you it's someone with the power to bring a nation to its knees?
Is that so? Then we really are talking top-shelf treasures. I don't have anything like that in stock right now. I'll have to ask my supplier.
Your supplier?
A powerful woman, make no mistake. I can't reveal her identity, but luckily for you, I hear she's planning to visit Not Cry in the near future. If you're willing to wait, I can ask her when she's here. Can't say exactly how long that'll be, though.
Then, let me put it another way. What would you do if you encountered an enemy like that? Roll over and serve yourself up on a silver platter?
Of course not. I have a handy little trinket from one of my generous suppliers, which... Hold on. What exactly are you getting at? No, no! This is for my personal use only!
Let's just say I'm borrowing it, all right? Just for insurance purposes. You'll get it back later. Favors are the worst kind of debt to owe, and now you've got a chance to repay one. A win-win situation, don't you think?
Fine. You can borrow it for 5 days. No, make that 3. And for every extra hour after that, I'm charging you 1,000,000 mora. Deal?
Deal.
What a way to start the day. Now, was there anything else you wanted? Or can I go back to bed now?
That will be all. Take care now. Don't trip up on your way back, friend.
See you later! You're my favorite shopkeeper.
Excellent. Everything is well and truly ready. The ceremony can now begin. After initiating the ceremony, your minds will follow me wherever I go. You will see many strange things in your mind's eye. So remember, don't be frightened, and don't make a sound. Now then, let us peer into the Raker of Solnari's past. I made it. I don't recognize this style of architecture. Must be Conrian. Simple furnishings, table and chairs. It's a more ordinary house than I might have expected. Looks like the fearsome Raker of Solnari came from surprisingly humble beginnings. Unless this passed for luxury in Conria. Unlikely. It was said to be a very prosperous nation in its heyday. Anyway, I'll keep exploring.
Kayaknya nanti lanjutnya nanti lagi deh. Pening, cok.